The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Yes. Pulls open drawer.
I check the other drawer.
Yeah. What strange tree is this? It has a graphite roots and this rubbery leaf at the top.
It's a pencil.
Oh.
Even I know that.
Pencils have clicky things and extended bits, and they're made of plastic.
It's a mechanical pencil you're talking about. This is a normal pencil.
Russians are weird. Here, have a Russian pencil.
Thank you.
It's full of carbon.
It's fine. It's in decent condition. The little metal band is crap, but... Well, cool.
And we all learned something today.
Did we, though?
I learned that you
Don't
didn't know
fuck
what a
with
pencil
robots.
was.
Is the computer still just flicking on and off?
It flickers now and then.
Can I try and
Perform some meme magic.
Techno memory.
try and get it to stop flickering to see if it can actually get it going?
Electronics check.
Technology, which makes it 36.
Yeah, the wiring underneath is stiff and brittle with neglect, but you can get it to stabilize. It shows it's badly distorted. It just shows a basic screen. It's got a screen on it.
There's no keyboard.
No.
No keyboard, so...
Is
no
there a mouse? Or just the...
Nope.
Trackball.
No. Touch the screen.
Nope.
Only because I've been in the future.
Are there any like posters, diagrams, maps, or anything?
This is on the screen.
Thank you. So, the door...
That's where you came in.
It's our room. I'm
Yep.
just asking.
That's your big large room.
I've got a map of the first floor, I think.
Oh.
How much did it go down?
Well, I
Miranda
could...
came this way anyway.
Sorry, yes. We should follow the footprints if you can. Hold on. First point. Back up.
Oh, okay. You spend an hour, a ghostly you appears. Only to you, though.
Nobody stand in that space for the next hour.
Why?
He's marked his territory.
I wouldn't like to think what could happen if someone occupied the same space that I enter after if I was to be killed. I don't even want to think what would happen.
Nuclear fission.
You'd explode them.
Just full of warnings.
All day to do this.
Well, let's get going.
I will follow. Yeah.
You want to make any more noise?
I just want to roll a perception for tracking because I have the thing for it. I can make this.
Still a deer?
Yeah, staying in deer form.
Doe.
I'll
So we
I'll
got the
see if-
female deer.
I'll see if I can
Right.
change.
Me?
No.
I'll try shifting into Buffalo just to see if
Eagle.
it's still the same inside the base.
You lose your form.
Oh, but
I hate today.
Can you change back?
try to bring it back.
It's not easy.
But
It
it's
requires
still.
much concentration, but you can do it.
When I feel I'm getting close to it, I'll stop.
When
First
you're
one.
like intensely concentrated, you just see like the ghostly spirit form about to attain you with his little wolf friend, and then as you stop, it fades away.
Legba, I think, is keeping me in contact, but it's probably better if I don't use it unless I need to.
The same Legba that's like your enemy.
Yeah, it seems complicated. I learned a couple of things about him in that book, but
I mean, if he helped you
He's
turn
a,
into
uh,
a deer when you needed to,
yeah.
I mean, it's almost like you might want to try and get in communion and queue up a more useful form.
Actually, yeah. I think he's like the Haitian equivalent of a spirit. I don't think he's actually like a person like us. At least that's what the book sort of implied.
So he can bring you forms in places you can't otherwise reach them. Why didn't you ask him for the buffalo form then?
I think I might try that out if you guys want to cover me for 10 to 15.
Well, how long does it take you to?
He just said 10 to 15.
But how? If you just dropped out as you walked in here, what's saying that if you go in further, you don't just drop out again?
I think it was to do with me attempting to change.
So
Alright.
you tried to change and that's what made you drop out?
I think it was like trying to change from something into nothing.
so you just have to drop out and then change.
So if you want to change in here, it requires 15 minutes to get Legba to bring another spirit.
I think Buffalo would probably be the safest choice to stay with. Alright, I'll go over to those plants that are trying to grow in here and sit amongst those. And commune. And attempt to find Legba again.
Yeah, it takes a few minutes, but eventually the wolf pads out of the nowhere.
Legba.
Man.
I hate to ask it more of you, given that you have actually helped me out today. I couldn't have.
You
Would-
seek to commune with the spirit world.
I do again. The spirit of the buffalo. I think
The buffalo. There's a buffalo with him.
Thank you again.
The spirits no like being this close in this place, man. This is dread.
This is a very bad place. Hopefully we can... I don't think it can be fixed.
The eagle can fly only when its wings are grown, Aya. And they fade away, and you wake up.
As a buffalo man?
Yes.
It worked.
I would much prefer this form. Especially here. I could probably fight one of those things. But probably not the T-Rex.
I wouldn't tempt fate.
Let's just hope it doesn't try to destroy the mountain that we're in.
Are we going to go through the mysterious door of forbidden wonderment and mystery?
Can we?
We are. We're waiting for him to change form. We're about to go now.
Well, you lead the way, you're the heavy one, remember?
Thanks.
Very few of the light panels beyond work after he's rent the door open so his hulking frame will fit through.
Like,
River also just has a palm light on. It looks like this area was some kind of transit hub. There's lots of robot frames standing along the walls, clearly inactive. Lots of them look like they've been scavenged for parts. The room has a number of dividing walls split up so you can't see the entire... It's a large, big warehouse-sized area from what you can gather. Your light beams don't even reach the far walls, so massive is this place. As you move in, there's like a large southern area that's walled up that you can't see, and also to the west is a large area that's been walled off. But this area you're in now seems pretty featureless other than the desiccated remains of what looks like a long disused base.
The footprints, do they lead?
Yeah.
There are footprints all over the place in robot form, but the boot prints, which are the freshest and clearest, are heading off towards the western gap.
What are the barefoot prints, if they're able to be made out?
Also going that way.
That's the way we're going then, I guess.
Okay, you head round the corner there and you find more wrecked turrets.
Do these ones just look the same, like they've just fallen out at some point? Or
Looks like they've been smashed.
Recently smashed?
Forensics. If you don't have forensics, you can't make the roll.
Are there bullet holes and stuff?
You
in
can't
the
tell
wall?
from light. For instance, they would have disturbed the dust, and it
It's
would
a
be as
forensics
rusty.
check.
Yeah.
Okay, can I look to see if there are like bullet holes in the wall or something, so it looks like it was a battle or a fight or
There
something?
does not appear to be.
28.
This looks like it's covered in much dust. The exposed metal is very worn, and there are no brighter areas to indicate that previous flush bits of metal are recently exposed. So this looks like it's been here a good long time. There's no way for you to tell accurately how long, though.
These ones have been here a while as well.
This whole area exudes a musty smell of disuse.
Well, that's good news. It means it wasn't an active battle site
There's
or something.
actually like a bunch of ceiling panels have fallen down way over in the corner, and there's like exposed rock with a little bit of water trickling through.
This place in its heyday would have been really dangerous.
It probably still is. We should keep on going.
Much more impressive than our base.
There's a huge ramp of stairs leading down. It's huge! Like you could fit 2 Nizars abreast.
Ooh.
Or 2 regular, like, inner city trucks, because it still has to go on roads, so I guess it can't be
Can't be
terribly
too
wide.
big.
That's still very wide.
This is not what I was expecting.
No.
No.
Well, those robots outside look a lot newer than anything in here.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're all like shiny and glistening and interesting.
Maybe they take care of themselves.
Maybe there's a base further much deeper, and it's
Maybe we're in the wrong base.
But the
No,
footprints
following
clearly led
footprints,
through here.
Miranda's do.
And her partner.
Yes, Mr. Grins.
And whoever's barefoot, which I assume is
K8.
K8.
Well, if
Don't-
Miranda's in this base, then
don't
it's
give
the
it a
right
human
base.
Kate.
No, it's a thing.
K8.
I thought her name was cute.
No,
Sorry.
it's a K8.
It clearly has an artificial intelligence, therefore it is intelligent.
Artificial? It's
Yes.
fake. My brother agrees. Anything largely made out of metal is
Did
just
not
not
say
human.
that.
Just wrong and filthy.
Did not say that. Just keep on going. Let's go.
Immediately falling down a pit.
So we're going down the large ramp
Yeah.
of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cute. Who's going first? Ah,
It's
okay.
the
So you,
traps rumba.
so you go downstairs with no problems.
Okay, so if we actually chose the Soviet to go first, would it have changed the scenario?
Guillotines.
Of course not.
Ah. Okay.
I don't do that. Unless it's you. The ramp leads down to a corridor that's just as wide as it, and there's like an even wider one that looks like it wings around that and moves off to the east. There are just doors. There's just doors. Walls and doors. The ceiling is very high.
Are the doors all closed?
They seem to be from what you can see from here.
Bevan, can you throw some lights down? Check if all these doors are closed. Say what's in them if they aren't.
Yeah.
Do the footprints go that way?
This area is less dusty, but you can still make out disturbances, so the footprints would head off straight ahead.
Well, the footprints go this way, so they haven't been that way.
Yeah, but I don't want to go down this corridor and then things come out behind me.
Smart.
Have the doors got anything on them to indicate what might be inside them? Like,
No.
yeah.
They're all got security style panels beside them.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, hey, listen, at 3 different remotes and send them down to.
Does it have to make the noise?
The area seems to be large, again, like a huge warehouse. And there are regular doors indicating great big rooms on either side with like a little island in the middle. And there's another, way round the corners, there's more ramps going down that are just as big.
It's more of the same. It continues around. This place is huge.
I think maybe the robots from outside came from these rooms.
I don't think so.
Well,
Did
some
we hear that?
Yes.
Where did it come from?
The echoes make it hard to tell. Unless you have a sonar package.
I do.
In which case it came from the east.
Okay. Like one of the rooms, or at a guess? Okay. I'm gonna head to where the sound came from.
You walk for about a minute down the giant wide corridor and you come to an open door on your right. Inside this basketball court plus stadium seating sized room, like high school stadium size
Okay.
room, you see numerous robots, like disused, dysfunctional, early Dr. Destructo style mechanoid things with like tread tracks and hook hands and like a bubble sensor dome thing.
The first robot you make in Armor Core.
The first robot anyone makes in anything, I think.
Probably the robot lost
just
space.
Racked on the wall, and then another row on top of them, another row on top of them, another row on top of them, all around the walls. And in the middle, there's one more modern-looking one, like the kind you fought in the city, but except it's missing its lower bits and most of its insides and half of its head unit, and it's like lying on the floor going.
If I move closer to it, does it seem to be hostile?
When you get to within 10 feet, its head goes and locks onto you, but otherwise it just continues
To twitch on the
doing
ground.
what it does.
Do I think I could repair it with the bits in this room?
Given time.
So it's just something that would take a while.
It would also be difficult,
Yeah.
Is that functioning lab?
That's
and
probably the first one that would be worth taking back, though, out of everything that's been in here.
The spirit of our enemies may hold some information.
Yeah, could you access its memory?
me.
No, I'm sure the.
Could you?
You would be the one that'd be able to do it.
I can't.
Well, we could rip one of the security panels off outside of a door with its little screen
Yeah,
and
hook that up.
interface it into there if you want.
Yeah,
You want me to go get one?
I'll give you a hand.
You, Muscles, come with me. Rip this out.
Rip off good.
That will just happen, I feel.
Strong.
I'll get some like wiring and like prop the robot up so we can
Yeah,
get rid of
yeah.
the hook it up.
So, you go ahead, give me an IT roll.
28.
Half an hour later, you connected up a little monitor to the thing. This is apparently the level maintenance robot. In order to keep the door access panels functioning, it has sacrificed large parts of itself.
Oh. And now we broke a door panel to.
Irony! It's lost large chunks of its architecture. It hasn't been maintained at all itself. But you can try and pull what little memory it has if you want.
I do.
I will need another IT roll.
So does it have
30.
timestamps of when it was doing this as well?
You're able to get this before its feedback on itself and explodes, harming no one. It appears to be a map of this level.
So which room did we go in to find out?
You're in the central one at the top.
Hmm?
In the center island. The
This
big
one.
one.
This one.
Oh, okay.
If we take a cursory just check at the other doors, like what the other rooms, will we find them to be like discarded old robots, just like this one?
Well, I actually kind of need you to determine which room you're checking.
Directly opposite this one.
Okay, so the big one on the northern wall.
Oh, okay, we must be in this one.
Oh, we're in that one.
Because this is north, right?
Okay, yeah.
So-
Yeah, so that one, I mean, that one's fine too. I'll check that one too.
Okay, so you clump on over there. It's locked. The security
What?
panel glows dimly as you're like. Fortunately, it has novelty oversized buttons, which, you know. Also, you will notice as you're manipulating it, the panel's at a nice, convenient arm level height for you.
Can I just can I use the scanner package to like detect which buttons have been? It's like just like the button grid, right?
Yeah.
Or can I detect which buttons have been pressed the most?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Do you want to roll? Or?
Yes, I do.
Okay. $36.
It looks like the most pressed buttons are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9.
5 button combination. That's way
That's
more.
assuming that none are ever pressed twice.
But then, like, some of them would be more worn.
Yes,
You know what I
like
mean?
super worn, like twice as worn
Yeah.
if it's hit twice.
So, like, none of them look twice as worn as any other ones, right?
They don't appear to be.
Okay.
All the odd numbers.
I'll
I'll
just
be
press
bringing
them.
up the rear of the group.
Eh.
So, whenever, just as everyone else has left, and before I follow them out of the room with the maintenance robot, I'll just sprinkle a handful of sand over the dead maintenance robot.
Cool. You do that.
Carry on.
I will
Join
start
everyone
systematically
in
pressing every number combination.
Half an hour later, none of them have worked.
Are you guys gonna let me do this for half an hour? Like,
I think after about 10 minutes.
I
What
think
about
maybe
one-
they're going to spend that
1,
time.
5,
He looks
7.
like he knows what he's doing.
Just 157.
Why did you pick those numbers?
Prime numbers.
That works. You whore.
I was going to go with
So much for investigating the other rooms to get the clues.
Well, you want to throw all the paperwork away now.
Yeah, pretty much. Or just repurpose it in Dungeons and Dragons when no one's allowed to know the prime numbers.
What's a prime number?
not a formally trained wizard.
Mathematics isn't a wizard school.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. It underpins everything. But it's weird magic maths where 2 + 2 equals wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Sometimes it equals watermelons.
Depending on what it feels like being. Yeah, it's not wrong. Yeah, the door slides open. Inside is, along one wall, there is a large number of molten robot bits. Well, that calms me down. Yoink! Thank you. I'll do that when you guys are talking. In a frieze of some form. Mainly like robot faces and arms stretched, and if they were humans, would look like some kind of agonized rictus of death and pain. But because they're robots, it's probably just random. And it's all been melted into the wall. Before that is a collapsible table that has had a copper mesh sheet draped over it. And there are 2 robot arms melted down to the wrist, stuck there in front of a bunch of plastic sheets that are all melted and globbed into a thing. And it looks like someone's taken copper wire, and in front of that on the floor there is a big complicated diagram in copper wire, like pressed into the floor by something. I also forgot to mention, on that mesh table there's a robot with all of its bits of its chest area pulled out. It looks like a Generation 2 assault robot. So kind of like a Cylon, but less Romany.
The bits that are missing, do I think they would be bits that could be used to repair door panels?
No. The power core and primary thank you system doodads are the bits missing. Power transfer systems, capacitors, and the power core. Also the backup memory unit, which is sometimes housed there. Not that you would specifically know that, but you definitely notice the power core on that.
What is the copper diagram?
I'm not done describing the room, but
sorry, I thought
across the other 2 walls, it has been carbon scorched black. And on the ceiling, the lighting panels have been freshly repaired. Like, they're in much better condition than the lighting panels in the hallway and that. The diagram, as you asked, is complicated. It looks like some kind of computer circuit of an unfamiliar design.
So I don't recognise it or anything I've looked at.
This is beyond you. It's you've never seen anything like that. You know what it is, but not what it is.
What it is, yeah. It's some form of computer circuit. I just don't recognise it as being. It's odd.
Odd. It's like a robotic satanic ritual.
What would have done this? Take a scrape of the cut open wall, run my finger over it. And...
It smells like burning. Like high temperature or a flamethrower or something. Where are these plastic sheets, but they're all melted together?
Why are the lights fixed?
Well, why are they so dim?
They wouldn't have been fixed unless a human
Can
basically
we see
needed
what's
light.
under the table?
No robot
Because
would
you
need
said
the
the table
lights.
and it had cloth over it. Is it like
Maybe
altar
Mir-
type, or is there actually
Miranda
beneath
do
the
this?
table?
Compacted cubes of crushed robot.
Oh, it's not nice.
What? Human bodies?
No, robots as cubes. I thought maybe there might be a power source or something for the lights, but no.
This is, again, not what I was expecting to find in a base like this.
You never know where you're going to find these kind of things. Just not with robots.
I mean, it just looks like it's been abandoned for 40 years.
That doesn't look like
This
it's been
doesn't.
abandoned.
Yeah.
This looks much fresher.
This whole room, or just like
Mainly the
the table?
diagram
Like
of the
that
table.
area. Like, yeah.
The lights.
The melted robot bits don't have layers of dust on them.
Oh.
Why was also this just
Like,
left here?
why is it creepy? It's things.
Do they still feel kind of warm? Or?
No?
Well, I have some experience with satanic rituals, so the diagram on the floor, and maybe we find something that fits into those hands. But other than that, the rest of this is just iconography.
Why would it be a satanic ritual? It's
I don't
robots.
know, but
No, she says it and it really does look like.
It does look like one.
But it's robots!
It's robots.
Technomancy.
What?
Techno-
Really? You're gonna go with that?
Do you have a better answer?
Techno-Satanism?
Hang on a minute. This is his base, right? So everything must be according to his plan. So he wanted this, right?
Well, there's some rogue agent apparently operating in
Maximilian.
here.
I'm just going to throw this out here. This place looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. Could it just have evolved? I mean,
Machines can't evolve. They're machines.
Not
What?
on their own.
first generation, second
Yeah,
generation.
that's
Yeah,
not
but
evolution, that's
people
a
make those
design process.
generations.
The soul is mysterious. It's possible.
I mean, Maximilian could have repurposed the space for his own.
And only used some of the rooms?
Well, it could have been
There's so
a,
many rooms, though.
what about a spreading AI?
That's scary.
That is scary.
But
That
Well-
entered this area that was thought to be abandoned, but maybe it has a weird effect because all this machinery is like busted and
Crazy.
old and yeah.
okay, so what's the point of this thing?
Well, especially when it's just why is it just sitting here? This
No,
super advanced.
Herein lies the path of madness. We don't try to understand this as it is right now. Continue searching.
You think maybe more pieces to the
There's-
puzzle will show up?
There has to be more than just this. Otherwise, why?
Can that diagram be picked up? That circuit diagram?
No, it's pressed into the ground.
I mean, you know,
I mean, you
Okay.
could always cut the ground, the plating, full plating.
Does anyone
away.
have a camera?
No, I could draw this later on.
I can memorize this, it's not a problem.
well, I mean, if we find the parts, maybe we can use.
Ah, I'm glad someone brought that up. Maddeningly, when you both try to impress it onto your perfect eidetic memories, you can't. You look at it again and you're like, wait, I misremembered that. That looks different than I remember it. And no matter how many times you try, you always remember it differently than when you look at it again.
What happens when I try to draw it?
Madness. You lose track, you get clumsy and fumble for some reason, you don't understand it.
Can you do like a paper etching over it?
I mean,
You know,
you could try that. And you
Well,
just
we'd have
end
to
up
have
with a
paper.
bit. You end up with a bit of paper covered in even pencil.
Oh, okay.
No impression. Weird.
That's odd. I've never had that happen before. Have you?
No. Well, I have, but it was literally magic.
Unusual phenomena in a place that resembles a satanic ritual.
Yeah.
I'm thinking robot Satan as well.
Actually, the more I look at this, the more complex it gets.
Actually, we do know of a robot Satan. Just saying.
Oh, another one of Destructo.
He says Destructor. Great. The lighting changes. The room rumbles. The little hand things turn around and come together like that. And a booming voice fills the room.
In the sixth age, in the last battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood. He chose the path of perpetual torment. In his implacable hatred, he found no peace, and seeking vengeance against the Dark Lords who wronged him, and those that tasted the bite of his sword named him the Destroyer.
I'll remember that.
Then one of the mouths on the wall plops open and a keycard falls out.
Got it.
It's a robot Satan.
Robot Satan.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't think there was one.
But why would... I suppose Destructo means destroy. Something.
Does it do the same thing again when he says Destructo?
Yeah, but I'm not going to play it again.
Okay, just wondering.
Alright, we
Okay,
don't
stop
say
saying
that again.
Does another keycard fall out when it finishes? Oh! Does something happen on the one that opened? Does it like try to do something or?
The mouth closes again.
What happens if we open the mouth?
Is there anything interesting about the keycard? Like how its face
It
looks?
is... Well, I suppose to you it's super high technology. It's like a plastic card with like copper wire all through it. Ooh.
Okay.
To you, this looks like something from a 1970s techno spy movie. To you, it resembles a keycard from Doom. Vaguely, because that's a game reference you're familiar with.
It has wires and stuff on it. Does anything on it resemble the diagram on the floor?
No. It's nowhere near that complex.
I want to make a magical knowledge roll.
Okay. Go away.
21. In that knowledge that I accrued, was there anything about the combination of magic and technology?
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
What if I just try to remember half of it? Just the left half.
Okay, the problem with this is there's nothing magical or mystical about it. It's too complex for a human brain to be able to understand fully. A normal human brain. You can't remember it.
Okay.
You can remember ish,
Yeah.
but not exactly what it is.
Brain won't let you.
It's just not ready for it.
An extra dimension.
Sorry.
Well, now we go find what
You
this
hear a
goes
voice
in.
from outside. Hey, this one's full of robots too, but they're all headless. It's weird.
Maybe that's what was
Oh.
crushed into
We
cubes.
will head out.
And into that room.
It's the one next door.
Left or right?
Left.
Towards the way down, basically.
I've opened up a couple of rooms, and this looks like everything on the north wall is some kind of storage, but there's like prison cells over there.
Anything in them?
Well, I couldn't open one of the doors, and footprints go right into it.
So they
Footprints.
probably had
To the one the
Miranda
footprints
and
go
her
to?
partner here for a while.
We should probably find Miranda before we
Can we open the door?
get too far.
It's locked.
Is there like a keycard slot?
No.
Wait, how rusty are the bars and everything in these cells? Because everything else as well, most other
Right,
things.
so in the other rooms, the bars are solid, cold rolled steel. They're not in super great condition, but you'd probably have to be like one of these two fucks
That's
to
what I was
actually
wondering. Could they
distort
just-
them. They're thick like that.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Inside, some of them are junk robots that have just been like left to neglect.
Why would you put a robot in a cell?
Why would you melt a robot into a wall?
To see if it can escape, maybe.
Hmm.
Why would you melt it? Yeah, why would you melt a robot on a wall?
Want to do a tribute to Han Solo and the Carbonite?
What?
Han Solo was like
Right, let's just carry on.
Nerds.
Pretty sure he knows who Han Solo is.
No. What is a Han Solo?
a euphemism for when you don't have a girl and you grab hold of your wiener.
We talked about it in the car because he's already watched it, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
We,
can
we
make
saw
points.
it in the car.
Is this the time?
Probably not.
They're onto you, Ron.
Can I open the one that Prince lead to? Can I try to like force the door on it? Or?
Sure.
Okay.
How exactly?
How is
are
it
you
locked?
approaching?
Like how is it designed?
The door slides in or slides down, or it's flush, and there's a panel there with like 9 million buttons.
And there's no slot for a key card.
Not a single slot for a key
What
card.
if I just pay wave it?
So you're going to take the key card in your mitt, and you're going to go,
Yeah.
and nothing happens.
And make that same sound.
No.
No, I don't make that sound. It's just 9 million
That was
buttons.
the suit I
Well,
said.
not literally, but more buttons than the other ones.
Can I just squeeze between the bars?
It's a solid door.
Yeah, it's a solid
Oh,
block.
The
No, I
bars
mean-
are in cells within the rooms.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Remember, these rooms are huge.
Yeah. Let's go then.
Shall we just...
Well, while you guys investigate the impossible door, I'm going to go find out what's on the south wall and see what's going on in here.
I'll help.
Yeah,
So
we-
we were-
I was gonna say we probably shouldn't ever split away solo, so always go in at least pairs.
Tick, getting further away.
There's only room for one person to pull apart this door. I'll go with the others in case they need some muscle.
I'll start trying to pull apart the door.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
11.
You punch it with all of your suit's might, and you don't even scratch the door.
Door in a jail cell.
Maybe the trick isn't to damage the door, but the wall around it.
Yeah, what if I punch the control panel real hard?
Don't punch the control panel.
I'm not going to punch the control panel. I'm going to look around the room to like see if I can find like a combination.
You need
or,
to
like...
send your animal
You're in a
companion
hallway.
Oh, this is in a hallway?
Yeah, you haven't even got it. You can't get into the room. That's the
Ah.
problem.
So we're here.
Oh, okay.
If you want to know the southern rampway, you are 1, 2. You're the second door up on the east wall.
What if I go down? What's the next one? After?
Well, in there, it looks like numerous robots have been imprisoned in a giant cell to the south and brought out to be dismembered on a workbench with a cleaver.
What?
So the cleaver's still there, I'm guessing. Like, is it just like wedged in the?
It's buried in the workbench surface
Yeah.
3 inches.
Yeah.
The cleaver looks like it's been sized for someone well big.
Is the metal the cleaver's made out of like not?
It's completely untarnished, unlike everything else.
Yeah. Is it like looks special in some way?
It has like this wavy pattern on the blade.
Spectra, can you try to dispel illusion?
Golem.
Yeah, he's using his
I'm using the
comms.
communicators.
See the gesture?
Yeah.
Can you try to dispel illusion in here?
Sure. Just give me a minute. Cleanse.
Nothing seems to change.
Done. Did anything change?
No, I just had to make sure these were robots and not people we were perceiving to be robots.
Everything else has been a robot.
Oh, I'm glad that
That's
didn't
to our
work.
eyes.
I'm not going back to the Satan room.
Wise.
I'll walk back here. Yeah, so I'm gonna look around this room. So it's like robots that have been cut up by a fucking cleaver.
Yeah,
Can I pick up the cleaver?
you can try. It will require a strength check to remove it from the bench.
Oh my goodness.
He who removes the cleaver from the bench will become king of all of England.
24.
It budges a little,
Like, how much?
like
Like,
It comes at like a centimeter.
Oh, like when Captain America almost lifted Thor's hammer and quote
Yeah,
marks.
that little bit.
Just enough to make him look. What?
Oh, yeah, no.
like, do I think this is a fruitful effort, or should I just stop?
Well, it gives you some hope that you'd be able to get it out.
Okay, I'll try again.
Okay, don't roll lower.
I literally cannot not roll lower. I mean, that was a 19 on the dice.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's an 8.
You might want to use both hands.
Oh, I use both hands.
Okay, go ahead. See, this gives him a +4 bonus on the roll.
I rolled a 19 again.
With
so
a +4 bonus. Yeah, you pull the cleaver out with a ching, rust flakes off it. This is perfect watered steel blade. Or you assume it's steel. It's a little too bright for that.
You should keep that. Analyze it.
You're going to test the edge?
I'm gonna test the edge.
On what?
There's a bunch of robot parts, right?
Okay, so this is micrometerly small, sharp.
Yeah.
Down to like the micron. It's still sharp. Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, oh, robot bit. Well, that was stupid easy.
I'm gonna hold on to the cliff.
Okay.
What else is in this room?
Hydraulic fluids spilled all over the place. Oil, other mysterious liquids, some of which glow slightly under infrared.
Okay.
Butchered bits.
Of robots, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a dispel, so hopefully that narrows that down.
I'm gonna head out of the room.
So the southern doors all basically open with simple mathematical numbers like pi, phi, other things like that. And within them you find, in the southern walls, there's, you know those robots outside? They're in there, dormant, waiting. Fresh, polished, gleaming and new looking.
We're progressing down the thing, but don't open any of the doors behind us that we've checked and then closed. It's full of newer robots.
Yeah, but if we take them, we can pull them apart.
I don't really
the
want to
door
wake them
on
up.
the southern wall of the center island of rooms on the left has a yellow and black border around it. Did you want to open that one?
No,
I bet you that's where they keep the T-Rexes.
Here's a thought too, Einstein. You might be able to use that cleaver to get into that door you were having trouble with earlier.
That was the plan. I was just letting other people.
It's like a universal
I'm gonna shoot to the button real quick.
So, just checking River opinions on the border here.
Well, I mean, that usually means danger or hazardous, which means it's going to be the most interesting, fun / possibly beneficial for me things in there. So naturally I want to open it.
Could you refrain from being curious until everyone else arrives?
Absolutely. Hey, what's over there?
No.
squint.
We'll save.
We've encountered a room that's surrounded by like a yellow and black tape. So maybe you guys want to come investigate this one.
Actually, this looks like it's painted on.
Like it was added afterwards, or
Like it's not real yellow and black tape, it's just looks like it.
I mean, it looks like it's supposed to be this way.
is it like flaking off at all when I rub it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, now we're all here. We can try opening it.
See, I can't progress until he gets back. 'Cause
I am sorry.
That's alright. So they've all fucked off to investigate the yellow and black bordered door, which, by the way, is larger than most doors.
Does my Geiger counter click near it?
No, it does not.
That's good. That's a good sign.
River wants to wants to open the door.
At this point,
Well, you
River's
know it's going to
probably
be good, right?
River's at least probably pushing buttons.
How big is the doorway?
I'm in favor of opening the door.
It's is that wide from wall to wall, and it's about half again taller than the ceiling of this room.
Okay, I'm going to before
And it
she.
looks like it has a join in the middle, like that.
Okay, just in case
No,
for
it's
safety,
the
I'm going to
pistol.
create an ice wall in front of it, so
Okay.
that before River opens it, in case anything comes tumbling out or
Okay.
for safety.
Oh yes, ice, the strongest structure known to man.
Has anybody else got anything they can cover the whole door with?
Yes, but I'm going to have to eat a lot.
I need to make a hole so I can see through it.
It's translucent.
Oh, is your ice translucent? Sorry.
So it's even stronger because it's not that really solid, opaque ice.
Yeah. Sorry, I just assumed you had like normal comic book ice, which is blue.
It is blue, but
It's like dark blue. So I can see through it, that's fine.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it'll be distorted and yeah.
It won't hold the door closed, will it?
No, I'm it's the side of the door.
It looks
so-
like it'll be really easy to open. It's just got this one big red button.
That's a ominous.
Maybe it means it's not dangerous.
Just press it and get ready to press it again.
So what are you guys doing?
Button.
Maintain.
Button.
So you push the button.
I want to see what's in the
The
room.
shiny red candy-like button.
Red buttons are always a
Don't-
good
don't-
thing.
don't-
Okay,
He's
so
button.
the first thing that happens is all the lighting shuts off and is replaced by red lighting that goes like woo, 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 and an alarm sounds. Alarm sounds. Alarm sounds.
I Piscan is this I like do do. It is more like me and bees like no.
There's only one way to stop Labor's taxes.
Kill them.